Welcome, Libra, to Bees Portal Tarot. We're going to start your yearly 2021 6-month forecast. We're going to do 6 months because I think it's a little bit more accurate than trying to do a whole year long. First of all, I just want to say happy holidays to your family from mine. May today's reading resonate with you, but for some reason, if it doesn't, toss it back to the universe, whatever doesn't fit. Check your other placements as well. Got a candle here to invite the spirits and the divine here. So we're going to get started with this reading. I've already pre-shuffled all the decks, and we're going to do a quick prayer. And then we're going to start off on a little bit of a different type of a six month astrological reading. Okay, so here we go, Libra. Let's begin. Okay, if at the end of the prayer you want to say so be it, or acknowledge it in any way, claim it to be yours, feel free. Divine angels and guardians, guide my hand by yours alone. Let this reading be true and sound. Divine angels and guardians, with me always by my side, I pray for your guidance and for sight. Protect me with your golden light. The cards are shuffled, the cards are dealt, the door is open, the power is felt. Let me see with open eyes, speak the truth and tell no lies. With the future is revealed until nothing is more concealed. Remember that nothing is set in stone. So divine angels, guardians, I welcome messages from your ranks, and for your guidance and wisdom I give my thanks. So be it. We're going to draw out the 6 months oracle messages. One will represent each month for the first 6 months. So we're just going to get those out there. Okay. Got a little too many cards and decks on the place here. So we just need one more card spirit. One more message for June 2021 for the Sun Moon Rising sign of Libra. Yeah, Libra. Sorry, I had to think about who I was doing there for a second. Okie dokie. Alright, so we'll just put that guy up there, hopefully. And we're going to start with your general energies for the 6 months, Libra. Fine. You guys show me the cards I need to see. The Sun Moon Rising sign. Oh, Libra. Oh. Got a card couple going there. Alright. 4 more cards, please, Spirit. Energies are trying. Where did that one go? Oh, there it is. Lost it. Put that back. Can I get 2 more energy cards, Spirit, please? For the lap. Thank you. Then we're going to go with some inspirational messages for the 6 months. We're going to do a pretty in-depth reading of Libra, so if you stick with me to the end, hopefully you can get some clarification on what 2021 is going to bring for you. I think it has that interesting start for all of us. Spirit, can I get the 6 months messages for Libra 2021? I get March, April, May, and June. Spirit. April, May, and June. Spirit. May and June. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Then we're going to get your spirit animal messages for the 6 months. Show me the card I need to see. Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Libra. January, February, March, April, May, and June. Spirit, show me the cards I need to see. Can I get? Whoa! I won't take those ones. Take that one. Oh. Okay, can I get May and June Spirit, please? No, June, please. Too many cards, just one card, please. June, please, Spirit. Okay. Got a sideways card in here somewhere. Okay, then we're going to take some angel messages. Sorry if it's taking a little longer than you hope for them. Can I get the angel messages for the Sun and Rising sign of Libra for the first 6 months of 2020? Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. Second, so can I get the okay? Can I get April, May, and June, please, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, and these are a really interesting new deck that I got, Libra. So I think you're gonna really like it. I pre-shuffled them. They're a Starman deck. They're pretty cool. So we're gonna get these are gonna represent your overall energy for Can I get Libra's overall energy for the 6 months? Oh, I'd say that I rounded right in January, so I'd say that's a perfect fit. Can I get February? Spirit. Can I get, there we go. Oh. Spirit, can I get Libra's general energy for February, please? General energy for February, thank you. Can I get the general Libra's, thank you. Oh, no. Can I get the energy for March for Libra, please? Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Libra. 2021. Show me the cards that I need to see. Okay, then I want to come over. Not getting good. Okay, Sun, Moon, Rising of Libra for the month of March 2021. Show me the cards that I need to see. Show me the cards that I need to see. Those two are really hanging in there, so. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So it's a little bit of an in-depth reading, but we're going to promise a little bit of, hopefully, some deep insight for each of you this month. So, January's energy for you, Libra, your overall energy, is the Sacred Clown. Pretty interesting card, hey? I think it's a beautiful card. They're so interestingly different and dynamic. For each one of these cards, I think that it is important to read the passage from the book, just because it is such a profound message in each one of them. And I think it'd be different for everybody to hear that for 2021. We start off with a different sense to it. So this is the Sacred Clown that laughs at the game of life, essentially, which is the Fool in most traditional arcana. So it's taking a leap of faith and to be free. stepping out of the void, embracing your inner experiences and your inner self, live in your potential, and explore your world. So it's a new beginning. It's a new way of looking at the life, right? But the card depicts a sacred clown dressed in black and white, striped and hat, grinning mischievously. At once both innocent and dangerous, his fire pokes holes in the things you take too seriously. He puts a pin to the puffed up balloon of your story, the triumphs and woes of the past, the projected fears of the future, because he understands the primordial energy of nature is beyond good and evil, beyond human ideas of right and wrong. Joy and pain are united, two sides of the same coin. Very different meaning. So maybe that represents you, Libra, going into January 2021. We've seen definitely two sides of many coins this year, I think. So we're going to start with your Oracle card message, Deception and Envy out for you, Libra, for the month of January. I would like to say that could mean within yourself, but it's to be forewarned is to be forearmed. This card is going to come at a time when you might be individuals or conditions aren't what they appear in your life. How well do you really know the people around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? Maybe in business, make sure you gather all the necessary information so that you're aware of and understand all the facts before you take continuing in the deal. You've worked hard, so don't let others take what you work for you, what is rightfully yours away. Might also represent a time of sudden and unexpected change, undertaking, not turning out exactly the way that you envisioned, having a plan B as a fallback strategy to prevent future problems. But this card is a reminder of being prepared. It's better safe than sorry. So maybe, especially going into 2021, we don't want any of that energy coming with us if those are people in our lives. You got the Queen of Cups, which is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. The Queen of Cups, she represents a very sort of peaceful, anatic, emotional energy. She represents the water sign, so she's a very emotional. But overall, she's going to represent a time of inner thought, inner emotion, taking time to see things for all that they are, but it means also sensitivity, emotional intelligence. She's a sensitive woman of high intelligence who nurtures her relationships. It can often symbolize a romantic partner, but it shows that right now you're in touch, Libra, with your emotions, and that it is safe to follow your heart right now. If you're thinking about that, explore your creative potential, and you also receive the support you need at the time you need it. Be confident in yourself. And you got the 20 call card. Okay, if you can see that. It's a very beautiful card. Okay, so the 20 call card. I'm just gonna put these back in line. So it's calling at a time. It's calling to you at a time when you could be taking your inner self. It's a purpose and true prosperity card. You have everything you need right now, Libra, basically, to move forward with a purpose. You're being called into a deeper, authentic relationship with yourself and your higher power. You're here for a reason, Libra. Everybody is. And you're required to step forward into your true self. Maybe lately, with the deception, envy, maybe having a little bit of emotional roller coasters within yourself. But it's calling for you to step through, express through your actions. You need to trust that your life has a purpose, that you are enough at this time, and that within you is a divine blueprint. So, meaning for yourself and others in your life. Focus on that. Be patient, be positive, remain in. Right now, life's got such uncertainties, and you might feel like you're not doing what you're meant to do. Explore your inner self, and you'll come to that at a time. And then this is Kingfisher. So it's time to be patient and focused. And it's also Archangel Bokbi, I think it is. I'm not sure. Don't cause saying that right. But the Kingfisher is a beautiful reminder of a time when we at times, I think in life, we take things way too seriously. And it's reminding you that you need to be clear about your heart's desire, set your vision positively, Libra, and ask that it comes to you in a way that brings you a positive outcome for everyone. Once you've decided what you wish to bring into your life, be prepared to be calm and patient while you focus on it intently. Watch out for any signs from the universe or intuitions that may redirect you on a course of action, but do not let your thoughts waver. Remember that inevitably, you're drawing your desire to you. As soon as it's within your grasp, take immediate action. This is a moment of speed and energy. The universe is about to offer you an opportunity, and something good's coming your way. So 2021 is off to a fabulous start for you, but you got to embrace it, Libra. You got the 8 of Swords restriction, which I think that that kind of is up here a little bit in this deception. Maybe it's the deception envies within yourself at this time, Libra with the 8 of Swords, calling it's a restriction card. So you definitely could be creating your own mental restrictions within yourself, or else the people in your lives could be giving you some sort of need for feeling like you're having some sort of a mental restriction. But it's also a time for isolation and fear and change. So your angel message, you can change, change must come, but can't quite see how at this time, Libra. Maybe your confusion, that's where deception, envy are in your thoughts. This 8 asks how you might be free again. Are you stuck through circumstances or due to the choices you made? The position you're in now may be isolating, but this card is going to show up to show a relationship in which one partner won't commit or another open up emotionally, kind of maybe leaving you lonely, which is giving you the deception envy, making you think that they're being deceiving towards you at this time, Libra. But an additional interpretation could be being blocked or sidelined at work, in your social circle. However you experience restriction, you can find a way out, and so don't forget that. So it could be a mental mind thing. But January is coming out of, it looks like you're kind of in a restrictive state. Kind of feeling a little bit lost. We'll grab a clarifier card. Can I get a clarifying on the overall energy for January for Libra for the restriction? I don't think that was what went to happen that way. Okay, so we just want one clarifier on that one. Can I get a clarify for January's restriction, deception, envy? Okay, so we got the 2 of Coins. Okay, so if you see that, it says, a Lannister always pays his debts. So, your clarifying energy for the restriction is the 2 of Coins. Wow. I'll be darned, huh? I don't know if I was really expecting that so much, but for me, it's about, you're coming to a decision and a balance, that's for sure. That's what this card represents. A tension between 2 forces, like this partner talked about, maybe in a relationship, you're having some tension or issues. Could be about where you need to live, choices. But there's 2 strong options here. That's absolutely for sure. This message is consistency and attention to detail to keep your money flowing at this time, Libra. But it's also make decisions based on your practical rather than ideal. And you could also be receiving news via email or a letter at this time, Libra. So you're making a decision at the end, by the end of January, I would say. And you're starting February out with the number 3 fertility card. Okay, so that is a beautiful, the number 3 fertility card for me is, it's beautiful. It's a wonderful card because it represents a possibility fertile term, a nurturing time within yourself or those around you. But it's also the Empress in traditional tarot. So it's a manifestation. You could be the power, and growth is on the horizon. You're the creator of the seeds that you planted in the past, whether they're comfort or happiness. They're going to give birth into your world. So be patient, watch your seeds grow. So you're starting at January with after coming out, you made the decision by the end of January, I'd say. You open up yourself to the life forces in the universe. Interacting with others around you now, or even in the midst of solving a problem. But the gentle kindness you're going to take in this situation. This isn't a time for inconsiderate, possessive, or domineering behavior. Act from a loving space of your heart, and know that the benevolent energy that resides there will always assist you in making sacrifices in order to care for and help others as well as yourself. So Libra, you're just that energy then, but you're starting that out with February, so that's a wonderful start. You got the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. So the Three of Cups in reverse. You're going, I think, Libra, you're going a little back and forth in your mind a little bit, because you seem very sort of in your own head of what you really want, and that could be, I think that everybody's going through by that. But in reverse, this card's going to mean maybe this time you're feeling excluded or disappointed by another's behavior. It can also show a betrayal, a stepping over a boundary, such as an affair, overindulgence. Maybe that's what the relationship, the deception, envy is coming up. Maybe there was an affair on your behalf, or your partner's behalf. Overindulgence, stress-related ailments, the symptoms of emotional discomfort. So if you are just learning about the deception of an affair, you got the Nine of Air here. I just want to really get a little bit more into this before I make a clear and decisive choice about. But this, oh, sorry, the Nine of Air is, it basically, energy from that card is very heavy, but you're shifting self-talk, self-negative talk, which is coming from there, into self-compassion, a fear, and into possibility. It's a call to faith. You need to tell yourself right now, Libra, that you're going to be okay, and that fear is merely false evidence appearing as real. Forgive yourself for anything that you've done in the past. Know that you're a human being, and that you need to call on spirit to remember that you can and will do better. And that's all. You need to call on your inner self and go in, and the call card's there. So when you call on your relationship with your inner spirit, your higher level, and forgive yourself for any past mistakes you've made. We're all human. We're all guilty of mistakes, Libra. Don't forget that ever. Nobody's excluded from that path. Panda spirit right there with that blue rose. So this is a stay balanced and in your essence. It's Archangels Mary, Jophiel, and Sun Dolphin. And it's got the blue rose there. So that's definitely talking about a time of, sorry, my dog's just kind of sneaking. It's calling on you to be stay balanced. Keep your heart in pure and light. When you think of the Panda Archangel Mary is connecting with you directly to bring you some cosmic heart healing. But when you get this card, you're asked to receive or to listen to your heart with soul in order to understand that what people are really saying. Use your senses to note that they are truly imparting and what is going on inside them. You may discover more than you thought possible. You'll also be reminded that archangels work through color. When you wear bright colors or choose one for your home, the angels radiate their light through and vibrate through their lessons through the vibration. You are on earth to learn everything you can while in a physical body. So take your opportunities and that appears and hone your gifts and demonstrate them wherever you can. So then next up, you got the Strength, Angel of Courage. So that's your angel messages for the month of February. So that's definitely better than the restriction. So maybe you're getting the strength that you need from your power source, or maybe that you're gathering the inner strength within yourself to find the courage to make the decision that you need to make, because it's very clear that you need to make a decision and that's not going to be changing anytime soon. So I feel longer we hold off and we procrastinate in decisions, those are often the times where those lessons seem to be learned a little bit more harshly, Libra, because we aren't getting the lessons when they're divinely pushed forward the first time. But the angel of guidance, or courage, I'm sorry, holds apart the jaws of a lion. So she's, you can see that. Although in potential danger, she's unafraid of the piece of her, piece of her predicament. The creature represents your base instincts and drives, while the angel signifies your higher self. Your wise and patient aspect knows what you want and when it's right to have it, but we must manage our impulses and desires, or they'll be thrown out of balance. This card reduces to 2. So it's self-insurance, trust, patience. Your affirmation for this is, I trust in my ability to stay strong. Your angel message for this is, hold your position, reflect and wait, then do what is right. Strength means a show of strength. This may be a brave act, standing up for your values or protecting another person, or it could relate to your inner struggle. You may need to forgive rather than give in to anger and resentment. Overall, the message is to be patient, to have compassion for others, and to be kind for yourself. So that's fabulous. And then, and this is the second 7 energy, but you got the 7 Triumph card, Libra. So March is starting off with a very triumphant beginning, I would say. And what a better card to do that with than the number 7 Triumph. That's also 2 7s you've got down your reading, so that could possibly mean, but that's also the Chariot in traditional tarot. So, and energy is very, very strong off that card, by the way. It's, the power of your soul is pushing and nudging you forward at this time, Libra. You're setting new goals. March is going to have that for you, developing ideas. You've come to your decision. You're having the strength now, planning a journey. You can tap into your inner guidance and balance. Self-control, hard work, and perseverance is likely to manifest a triumphant outcome. So with all those things, Libra, you are balancing the scales. Also, when you try to move forward without balance, direction, or guidance, it's easy to step off your intended path and be drawn away from your goal. And there's nothing Libra likes more than balance, since you guys represent scales. And the justice, is time for you to let go. Allow the river of life to pull you to its current. It reminds you that you don't have to be alone with all life's ups and downs and challenges that face you. It's time to tap into the powerful knowledge of others and use your inner resources. And then the 6 of Spears. Okay. So remember, 6s generally mean a harmonious time within yourself. But it is also a time, the 6 of Spears is a success at acknowledgements, prizes, and self-confidence in yourself coming after the Triumph card. I would say that that's pretty obvious. Take a well-deserved bow, Libra, at this time. Your harmonious 6 is going to show you the appreciation of success. You are recognized and rewarded for your work in your community, educational, or sporting achievements. This card answers yes to whatever your question was. Maybe if you did have a question before the reading, but this card would be your yes card. It shows self-confidence in relationships. This card would mean high. I'm feeling pretty high in love. So I'd say that decision's definitely been made, and you're starting. You're going. March is. You got the 8 of Air. You have the 9 of Air. In February, there's energy there. And now you've got the 8 of air. So if you take a look, she looks a little life worn, and 2020's worn as well, I think. But this is a release from denial, seeing things as they are, clarity, which is probably bringing to you a triumphant success, Libra, with spirit at your side, encouraging you. You open your eyes and see things as they clearly are. To be disillusioned is to free yourself from illusions that keep you from the growth and healing that you deserve, Libra. So big goodbye to illusions that have clouded your vision. And honesty will give you strength and courage to face whatever you have to face. So if you've been still kind of just going through the deciding and going back and forth, maybe breaking up, getting back together, that's what I kind of feel like in this energy. I feel like there's a lot of breaking up, getting back together. So that could be for some, not for all. Goat, act from your innate wisdom. Someone else got this energy this week too. It's actually coming out quite a bit, the goat energy, which I think is, oh, we didn't, where did that card go? Oh, it's on now. We didn't do February's energy because it fell in the room. Overall energy, we'll go back to that in a second. We'll go to the goat here. Sorry about that, Libra. I was like, hey, where'd that card go? It's gone. It fell down. So maybe there's a secret message behind that. I don't know. Okay, so where were we? Goat. Okay, goat. So, it's calling you to be free and independent with, to nurture your love and care for family. If you feel misunderstood, remember that you carry a beautiful aura light with wisdom, that you're not always recognized. Recognize who you are, and many are going to be drawn to your energy at this time. When you can do this, your essential wisdom is going to shine through, and you'll be acknowledged by those around you. You're invited to look at the circumstances of your life and challenging situations from a higher perspective. This is going to bring you much peace and enable your innate qualities of love, loyalty, and caring to develop, okay? So we are going to go to February's energy of the 10 of Swords. Sorry about that, Libra. That's another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. And the 10 of Swords is actually, this is what I was kind of looking forward to complete this, ironically. Because it's exactly the energy that I was kind of hoping to get from that kind of closure feeling. But this is you must evolve, right? Okay. So it's an end of a way of thinking, breaking free from the person you once were, and releasing things to which no longer serve you, choosing responsibility, reclaiming your power. So that's exactly what I knew, right? And then the Triumph card, so that says it beautifully. But the 10 of Swords represents a sudden, unexpected jolt, which pivots you between full responsibility and the drift. The key is to be ready to choose responsibility and rebirth in that instant. And the answer, as always, practice and preparation. Give up the blame, the pointed finger, the moan and the groan. Practice being responsible, and when we claim our lives for ourselves, we claim the power to change it into something extraordinary. We reframe the good and the bad as feedback, edging us closer to our dreams. That's a beautiful card. A very beautiful card. So then we're going to go with your angel messages, and you got the High Priestess, the Angel of Power. Libra is coming into their power in the middle of March. You have got this. You're like, no, I'm not going to be anything anybody tells me to be anymore. I'm not going to put up with any people walking all over me, taking advantage of my energy, making me confused, feel deceptive, feel deceived. But this is the Angel of Power. She signifies the power of your own intuition, Libra, spiritual connection, finding your true selves. She appears between two pillars poised at the edge of the world, to the celestial realms. She's the wisdom keeper of spiritual experience. She is shown with the sacred book on the symbol of the moon. The moon represents dreams, mysteries, and the secrets that lay beneath the surface. Your power affirmation is, I value my intuition. and trust the messages I receive. Your angel messages: keep your own counsel and nurture your inner life through meditation, journaling, and spiritual discovery. You may have called to spiritual service to find a way to develop your psychic ability. A mentor may guide you on the right path. Equally, you become a mentor to others. The High Priestess rules the inner world, so you may need to withdraw just now. She asks you to pay attention to your intuition and the messages in your dreams, and it also could bring just secrets and discretion in this as well. So you're either uncovering something, and then you've got the Ten of Wands. So you're coming out of every month feeling with a completed cycle, the Ten of Wands. Okay? You're feeling like you've generally got this. At the end of each month, you seem like you have a little bit more of an understanding. The Ten of Wands. Okay, so you're carrying the burdens of life. Lighten your load and admire the beauty surrounding you, Libra. Determination to see the situation through to the end. Make one more good push. It represents the completion of intense cycles, physiologically complex and impregnated with possibilities. This card determines you have arrived at the climax of your epic odyssey. The Ten of Wands invites you to cherish such moments of beauty and wonderment, precious and delicate flower as a flower growing in the desert. Put down your burdens for a moment and just marvel in the miracle of it all. Life is made up of small moments. We just carry on what needs to be done. For the Mother Tree has work for us to do. So it's taking, look around, okay? Into your inner self. Call on your inner guide. Take a step back and appreciate life for what it has to offer. And positive movement forward. For April, the beginning of April, you're starting out with a positive movement forward. And that, Libra, is saying that all of this, the beginning couple months of 2021, might be a little bit rough and turbulent for you, but they're going to have an outcome that is extraordinary, one that's different to what you feel is necessarily for your benefit, right? And that's what we always we look for, essentially, is that positive movement forward. You have the craft and the skills right now to acknowledge it. The number 8 always denotes prosperity and abundance, but it's your efforts that have gotten you to this point. So good for you, Libra. This card often comes to you forth to honor and recognize the individuals. They're in the fields of art, design, or music. Maybe that could be you. When you follow and build on your passion, the soul can truly express itself, and then it can assist you to move you closer to your highest good. An opportunity could suddenly come up for an apprenticeship. Notice if there are reasons or areas of passion that are trying to manifest into your world. When they arise, you'll have ample moments to share them with others, but embrace them. Don't let them go. Don't let them move past. The Two of Cups. I love this card, the Two of Cups. So after all the deception and envy that January and then December brought you into the first couple months, it looks like you are ending the last couple months with a different perspective on things. But the Two of Cups is about partnerships, relationships, love agreements, and creativity. The partnership is sealed, so this 2 expresses happiness, passion, harmony, love agreements, and often reveals maybe you're moving in together. Maybe it's the springtime is gonna have you moving in with and new love, engagements, possibly a wedding. In established relationships and friendships, you have a sense of a karmic connection there, a deep one. Creative partnerships flourish. You respect and support each other. So if it did make it through this, all the partner, and you guys got through all this, maybe this is you're rekindling your romance after all that. And if it's a new partner, well, then you're off to a great new start with the King of Water there. Okay. Now the King of Water is about being fair and making sound, logical decisions, diplomatic but fair, non-judgmental peacemaker. It's calling you to respect and honor all beings, including yourself. See the commonalities that you share with spirit and all that's all in all of everybody, in each individual. Listen to other voices and blend them with your own wisdom before settling on an opinion, making a decision, or taking action. You gently and lovingly lead others away from fear and divisiveness and into harmonious collaboration. If you're working in a team that's kind of not seeing a collaborative way of thinking as a group, you could help them do that now, Libra, with your balancing nature. You got Pig. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. It's also got the blue rose there. So the Pig with the blue rose calling you to maintain your self-worth and self-esteem. It's easy for others to break us down. Maybe you're getting some negative effects by people. And just remember, there's never met a hater doing better than you, right? That's true. And but this card is to remind you how special you are. Your soul had to be at least 7th dimensional to be allowed to incarnate to Earth. Your guidance is to meditate for a few minutes each day on the gifts and talents and wisdom held in your soul. Then ask them for them to be made available to you for your highest good. And also, you're reminded that many angels are surrounding you and some of the magnificent archangels are working within you. But visualize the blue rose in your heart and let the healing from the Pleiades pour through you, raising your frequency of your surroundings and touch people with love. This is going to help you maintain a sense of self-worth and to be true to your value. Your angel message for, what a beautiful angel message. 4 of Wands, freedom. Freedom from all that past heartache and all the past deception and restriction and confusion. You're coming through, Libra, at this time. You have freedom. You're coming out of this feeling energized and embraced and full of life. Feel like you got this. 2021 is going to be your year. And I think that is a wise way to go about thinking. So it's also about harmony and marriage. Again, another marriage card. But it reveals a time of freedom and a reoccurrence of that childhood feeling of playfulness, discovery for you. Once this card comes up in a reading to show you that you can revisit childhood by returning to a childlike place or home. Maybe you're taking back down, going to visit your own hometown where you used to live. It makes you have a young and free, hence a meaning of marriage. This could be bringing in a new marriage, exciting phases in relationship. A spiritual aspect of this card is renewing a connection with your angels and guides and nurturing your curious, creative inner child. So, but harmony is coming out of this. This is beautiful. So, your overall energy for April is the 5 of Pentacles. It did come out in reverse though, so I just wanted to show you. So the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm just looking at that card. So this is, you are desperate and destitute. In reverse, it indicates that there's a tremendous strength and wealth of spirit to be gained through adversity and hardship. When one is no longer dependent on possessions, the trappings of success, or status to live well, becoming extremely resourceful, creative, and abundant, able to appreciate the many tangible and intangible blessings in life. So, strength and resourcefulness gained through adversity and hardship. This card invites you to consider your own relationship with the issues of poverty, inequality, and unfairness. It also suggests that you acknowledge and actively seek out the phenomenal abundance all around you. Feeling it is as part of your own being, traveling to various parts of the world in tremendous poverty and experiencing a lack of bitterness and open generosity, while conversely, living in one of the wealthiest parts of the world and seeing such a lack of generosity. Life lived behind closed gates should make you feel deep and deeply question your own fears around poverty and isolation. To live with an open heart and generous spirit, no matter what, is a powerful practice, one which carries the responsibility to transform the world we experience. Wow, that's pretty powerful card. So, strength. So this talks about strength and resourcefulness gained through the adversity and hardships of maybe the past few months of the relationships, the hardships of 2021, 2020, and the pandemic. There could be a lot of variables there, but understanding that you need to get back to the world, Libra. Oh no, trapped in fear. So it's another 8. So you got 7, 7, 8, 8 out. So that could be, those numbers could be significant to you in some way. Trapped in fear. I am rather surprised at that, but I think it's a fear of essentially your own, it's a mental, you're trapped in your own mental wealth. This is your own mental fear that's in the realm of the realm of emotions. You're trapped in, this card reveals that it's actually your own fear that has you immobilized and trapped, preventing you from making decisions or choices. You're the one who's holding yourself prisoner or hostage, Libra. In order to continue your journey, you must first face your fears so that new people and conditions can manifest. Many individuals will choose to stay on this path, but if they can't see the road ahead, they'll feel a misguided sense of safety there. They feel afraid of starting something new, but staying will only add to the levels of stress and anxiety and create adverse effects in your physical body, Libra. Seek out wise counsel for assistance. You don't have to do it alone, but you have all the tools to possess what you need for yourself. You're forgetting how strong you really are. This period's going to end when you use your mind to cut through the limitations caused by your emotions. So once you get out of that trapped and fear state, once you get out of it, it's got to be uphill from here. 7 of Swords. Okay. Now, the 7 of Swords is, I think it's like, to me, it is the theft card. So yeah, it could remain dishonesty, someone being not completely honest with you, transgressions or a time of mistrust with that deception envy that could be resurfacing here. Maybe you could be going back to that. It could be resurfacing again. But it's the Tarot's Thief card when you're asked to protect your home, ideas, relationships from opportunists. It can also indicate legal issues, business malpractice. But overall, it reveals an atmosphere of mistrust and the need for vigilance to keep your wits around you and guard what's rightfully yours at this time, Libra. Don't let anybody come in there and blind you with that. Then you got the 9 of Fire. So, the 9 of Fire talks about letting go of and sort of understanding that what isn't yours anymore, what's not for your highest good. Some things aren't for your highest good, and it's better to sort of let them go. But the 9 is, it's talking about caution, being uncertain, which is exactly what the 7 of Swords says. You need to stop, wait, and look around you before you proceed any further. Your sense of uncertainty is your inner wisdom telling you to bring illuminations to a situation. Maybe you've ignored the deception envy. Maybe you've been doing a lot of that hoping for the best in some ways, and that's why you're getting this back and forth from going forward and then going backwards. But bringing illuminations to your situation to allow insights to rise and guide you before you take your next step. Questioning is good, Libra. You need to look carefully to see if a different path at this time could be right for you. But then you got the Bear. Use power and wisdom, and that's Archangels Uriel and Jophiel. So the Bear he's a strong force, right? It's a strong, but it's talking to use your power and use your inner strength and your inner wisdom, which is basically what it's been saying throughout this reading, is to go into yourself. The answers, the tools are within yourself, Libra, and it can be a tough thing to do, I understand, but you have to establish your power and use it correctly. It's important for you to be in an environment where you're happy and free. So examine your world and see where you might need to make changes. And then ask Archangel Uriel to help you. He'll help you strengthen your solar plexus chakra. You may need to walk alone while you reclaim your wisdom at this time and worth. If so, use this opportunity to create your own cocoon so that source light can touch you. So it's saying if you need to go walk on your own, you don't need to be necessarily in the relationship. Maybe your relationship is coming to an end and accepting that as part of what it is. But open your crown center and let Archangel Jophiel pour his crystal light through you and expanding your heart. Your angel message for that is the Hangman, and it's the angel of prophecy. So you maybe you're definitely feeling stuck, like you need to surrender in some way. But the Hangman is, he's going to represent, he's angel prophecy, but despite the title, he's a peaceful card. The card is numbered, which reduces to 3. The Empress, the angel of abundance. The card, she's an angel of prophecy and letting go, sacrifice, surrender, breaking patterns, limbo, perspective, or detachment. Your affirmation for that is you're waiting for a reason and you make the most of the time that is given to you to gain new insight. So that's what it's saying. Get new insight. You're missing something, Libra. There is somebody being deceptive and you're missing it. I've felt that. Now I've got it. But this is going on for some time. So letting go, sacrifice. You may need to wait around for a decision, a work offer, or another sign of commitment. However, while you're in limbo, you can use this time to gain a new perspective. You may consider making a sacrifice if this feels like the best way forward. Try to see your situation from another angle, Libra, at this time. So get some inner guidance. You got the Chariot, which you got out in I think this card here. You got the Chariot. Essentially, yes. So you've got the Chariot out twice here for you. So I would say that that's your overall energy for the month of May. So the Chariot. This one talks about being confident that with discipline you're going to succeed. Taking charge of your own destiny, seizing the moment, Libra, and let the momentum to carry you forward. Finish what you set in motion. Don't hesitate, and you can do this. It signifies hard-won success. Whatever this card is connected to demands completion. Finish what you start. If you're working with people, maintain balance and harmony. So take charge of your destiny. Seize the moment, Libra. Start June out with fulfillment of wishes. Look at that. Fulfillment of wishes. Well, I think that that's a terrific way to start June off, and most importantly, it's a time to and it's the number 9. So it's probably one of the most positive decks in positive cards in the Minor Arcana. It represents emotional satisfaction, contentment, enjoyment. Your wishes are finally coming true, Libra. All your success and completion and dreams or goals in the palm of your hand. But this card also reminds you to act on a feeling of beneficial feelings and accepting and receiving what you've asked or strive for. Know that these are going to assist you to the future. This is the right time to heal those past memories, to have that have been holding you hostage. Forgive others. So maybe that past person we talked about here, the deception envy, this is talking about letting it go and healing those energies that hold you hostage. Forgive your others and yourself so that your wishes and desires can have an unobstructed path to your heart and soul and life. Remember, forgiving others isn't always for the sake of them. It's mostly for the sake of you. Holding on to that negative energy is not good for anybody. Page of Spears. So, looks like you're feeling a little bit lighter on the feet in June, and feeling like you've maybe come to a time where you starting to feel a little comfortable in your skin, and it's sorry, it's Page of Spears, not swords. But regardless of that, it's a time of good news, creativity, friendship. It's applied to the situation. It could mean good news is coming, a project is developing in a particular way. You may connect with old friends, talk about new ideas. It's a creative social time for you. That's a really lighthearted energies to be going throughout June with. And then you got the Eight of Fire there. Okay. So the Eight of Fire, it's gathering momentum, celebrating swift changes, travel, and transformation. Momentum is building as the power of spirit serves to power this transformation. You're traveling to new territories. You're eager to experience all that the lands have to offer. And you have arrived at your destination. Now, adventure of discovery is energizing within you. I knew that was, what a terrific. Then you got the Raven. Prepare for change. I think you've already got that prepare for change happening down there. Libra, you've accepted what's coming to you, I think, in some ways. But watch your thoughts at this time. The Raven is making sure that make sure your thoughts are positive and wholesome. Your intentions are clear ones for everybody's good, including your own. A pure vision sets your journey to enlightenment and ascension. The Raven suggests that you have the skills and talents, and it will enable you to bypass obstacles in a clever and different way. It also warns you to be prepared for sudden change or transition into something unexpected and new. But you have all the support you need to transition ahead. Then you got the Two of Swords. Uncertainty. Oh no, Libra, I hope you're not going back to that trade way of thinking there. Uncertainty, but that uncertainty, I understand that it's going to happen and everything. But it's what we do with that it's going to determine it. But it means uncertainty, blocked emotions, choices, time. You may be procrastinating because you do not trust yourself for the situation you're in. This because you don't have the facts or due to the emotional block. I'd say it's emotional block if you're still feeling this in June. You don't feel ready or able to choose. Generally, the card means delay, or another meaning is that you're waiting for someone else to make a move. If this is you waiting for someone else, don't do that. So if this 2 falls after a negative or destructive card, which it did not, so it can be interpreted as a truce after disagreement giving you. So it did not, so maybe there's no truce, but hopefully there'll be some truce. And your energy out for the June is the Four of Swords. Okay. So your last energy out for that is the Four of Swords. It's allowing yourself to rest in the stillness. Meditation, take care of the mind as well as the body. Rest before putting your plans into motion. It's time for you to take a break and the persistent activity and rest in life. So, at the end of June, you need to take a break, Libra. Balance your scales. Balance your intuitive energy. You are off to a wonderful new beginning and a positive movement forward if you embrace it, and you will have a triumphant 6 months, half a year into 2021. If you embrace it, Libra, that's all up to you. Namaste.